Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. It's Victoria here with the Profit Takers podcast, where all we do is win, win, win. All right guys, so guess what? I have been holding this one and I wanted to share with you all great news that's going to also be a part of the Profit Takers Alert dashboard, which I'm going to just coin PTAD. I don't know. Is that a good name, y'all? PTAD? Because it's just the abbreviation. Profit Taker Alerts Dashboard. Just playing around here with some names, and I don't know. I look to hear from you guys' feedback because we haven't finished fully branding everything yet. But we are getting there and, looking to get this thing released pretty soon for you all to start winning. Okay? All right. So let's get to it. Let's get to the charts. So today, number of things happened. I was busy trying to share with you all how to use the daily range. Okay. This section right here, guys, is very critical, especially when it's coming into New York time and you're not sure whether or not the market is going to reverse. Now, we also want to, of course, implement our own price action strategies in that equation, because like I always say, indicators are great, but you don't want to completely always rely on them for everything. But I guarantee you this one, you can rely on it for 99% of the time. Okay. All right. Nothing's 100%. Okay. So, but it does work fantastic. And if you imply, and I want to show you where it was not showing a daily range where it was exhausted. So when you see where it's been exhausted, it highlights right in red or in blue. So we're going to look at, and then of course, if it's not exhausted, it's just, it stays the same. Okay. Like, let's see, I'm on the euro pound right now. And this one was actually a great trade because I wasn't paying attention to it. It wasn't on my charts. But this way, now I have all the main indices, pairs on here. This particular broker doesn't allow me to trade gold or oil, so I have to use a different broker for that, which is fine. But I'm trying to find another one where I can actually use both. And then if this thing works great on it, then I'll share it with you all. Okay. But nonetheless, guys, we had a signal for the euro pound, and this one actually played out nicely. It's not one that I actually shared because, again, I wasn't looking at this particular one, but this signal played out really nice. And here's one where it shows that we had the signal was to go long. Okay. And let me bring out this horizontal tool. So 1500 is what, 7 o'clock for me. 1600 is 9. And then 1630 is New York open. Also want to identify 1030 because I've noticed that sometimes pairs move. If we had news as well today, we had news at 8:30 and we had news at 10:30. Okay. But this trade played out nicely, and this is M15. I can drop down to M5, so we can look at, where you can kind of get in a little bit earlier, and you can see how price gave us the high. This was so clear. I'm so ticked off that I didn't look at this, but whatever. It was so clear, guys. So we want to always, before any of that happened, whenever you came to the chart before the session even begun for New York, you can already see there was a high in place and then there was a low in place for London. Okay. That is already, so all you got to do is mark that. Okay. So we know whatever comes up must come down. Whatever comes down must come up. Right. And based on the signal, we were looking for this thing to go long, to continue. Right. But this range here, it didn't exhaust because it was basically not a reversal trade. Only time it exhausts is when we're looking for the reversal. And it just really means that the ADR, one ADR is completed, and then it then extended that ADR. So now we would be expecting a reversal. But in this event, there was not a reversal to be expected for this particular pair, right? So we're at the low. Okay, and once it hits the low, guys, are waiting for it to go back up again because it's creating the W, right? And that's what it did. It created the W, so then we mark this high here, okay? And then by then, we just wait. You can mark the high and then mark the low. And this one actually, right at, 9:30, okay, we got the engulfment. It broke right there, and then we're off to the races. Okay, so then what do we do? The target, guys, is always the high, the previous high. That's it. Right? And that was done in about 20, 21 pips, and that was it. That was a beautiful trade. And right at the bell. I mean, how beautiful is that? Okay? How beautiful is that to be trading that right at the bell? A euro pound pair that I'd never pay attention to. I'd never pay attention to this thing. So I'm going to be paying attention. Okay, so yeah, the trade manager. So how does this thing work? So you're going to have the opportunity to use this tool. It's going to come in a package with the trade, with the dashboard. It is going to be a once-off thing. You can choose to just, pay this one and be done. And the dashboard is a subscription, but the actual trade manager is not. It's one and done. Okay, so you can include it or you can exclude it, whatever your choice is. Okay, so basically you can fix the risk. This risk management is a day trader's best friend. So you can do the amount that you want to risk. You can do a fixed lot size that you want to risk, or you can do the percentage. Okay, and then you can say, you can put, okay, I don't want to lose more than X amount, and I want my profit target to be X amount. You just, you decide your parameters based on your account, and this will save you to continue to trade another day. You can also do pending, and as you can see with the pending orders, this is not a live market, so I can't really make any movements with this, but you can actually move this in real time in the live markets to adjust it to what you need it to be with the buy, limit, or stop. But you can see how it automatically places where the order needs to go. And again, this is not a live market, so I'm sure this will probably be a little bit better whenever you're actually getting ready to trade. Okay. And I'll show you some examples that I did today. I used it just trying to get some examples in for the video so that you guys could actually see it live. So I'm going to bring those pictures up here in just a second. But yeah, it sets everything for you. You can do pending, you can do your buy order, and as you can see here, it tells you what your risk reward is. It tells you the stop loss, what your it's 1% risk, again based on what you set it for, and you have a 1 to 2. Okay, if you go for the 50 pips. So it's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal tool to use. Very easy, user friendly, robust, and I'm glad that I'm going to be able to offer this as well to you all. So let me see. I'm going to tell you some. When I was playing around with this morning, I was messing around and wasn't paying attention to what I had already posted. Earlier this morning, I was talking about the Swissy and how it is supposed to reverse today. And I was expecting that based on the daily range. It was already exceeding. By the time I got to the chart, it was already setting up and ready to go. Right. And so I went ahead and hit what I was doing. First of all, I hit the darn sell button thinking I had some more time. Right, because it was getting close to exceeding, but it wasn't quite there yet. So I'm hitting that thinking I had more time, and I really didn't, guys. I really didn't, and I don't know what's wrong with my array here because it's really acting funny. I didn't have time, guys, and I set it, and it hit my stop loss. Okay, and then I went back and I looked. I was like, oh shucks, I got in too early. Well, one, I was trying to ride it short when it wasn't ready. When it was already finished with the short thing, with the short cycle, and I wasn't being patient because I was trying to get this thing set up. So this wasn't a big deal, but I'm glad I did do that, and where it did hit the stop and you guys could just see it, because technically I was looking to go long on this market today, and I did, right? But my first initial, I just hit the darn thing, sell, let me get in here, see if it comes back down here. But of course it didn't. Okay, we got the little reversal, and this brilliant reversal showed up. Now these indicators, the pips on fire, peak high, peak low, the brilliant reversals, those are all available as a bonus when you join Locals and become a supporter in Locals. They're available to you for free. You just download them. They're free forever. And I'm using MT4 with a different broker, like I mentioned in the beginning, and this one's working really smoothly and well, and I'm really loving it. I think I had problems with my other broker, and it just wasn't working out well, especially with the EA, because this is an EA, this trade manager system, and it wasn't just not working, so I had to change to another one. So I'm testing out another broker tomorrow to see if that one's going to work out great with the EA. Especially once the markets go live, and then we'll see if that's something that, if you guys have a problem with your broker, if that's something that you probably need to switch to. So, you know, that is later on once we figure out things. Okay. All right. So, let me get that trade with the Swissy so I can show you where I messed up at, y'all. I had no reason to mess up. You know, when you're trying to do too many things at once, you can just, you know, make a mistake. And that's exactly what I did. I just made a mistake. It's not a big deal. So I'm going into my Locals. Let me pull this out. Here we go. All right. So I was talking about how... 3-day reversal setting up. We have a low in place. So idea here is that we sit and wait for the market to prove that we're right on the reversal. The dashboard is already showing a daily range exceeded. The 1 ADR, that is a possible confirmation for a reversal. And here we are with the results of that. All right. We see how it was. It was beyond, say it was 72, the daily range. Okay. And then it played out beautifully. Okay. Beautifully. Oil, what did I say about that? It's in the box waiting for a stop hunt high drop. Today's day 2, possible parabolic. Oil results, all right, played out beautifully. Day 1, day 2, drop. It actually kept going. I was really like, but I had already got out, so I was like, or it hit my target rather, not really getting out. So GU, day 3, London put in a high. So if price will continue, it needs to take out the high or break down. My bias was long. However, I'm going to wait for New York, right? So I was just waiting for New York to make sure, you know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right in terms of the high not getting broken, then we go that way. It's just that simple. Right. And then here, when we really got the confirmation, when I was looking at this, because again, I wrote this early in London. Like it was probably 4 or 5 in the morning, you know, and London obviously was at 9. So by the time London was rolling into New York, then this thing was playing out like we're definitely this high is going to hold. And then when I looked at the daily range, I was like, yeah, definitely looking for a reversal here. So that's what happened. Okay. And took that trade. Took it short. Beautiful trade. So those are the 3 trades I talked about in, you know, if you're part of Locals, if you're a supporter, I talk about these trades. Now let me go. I know I skipped a part because I wanted to show you where this thing actually hit my SL. And I am opening up my, I gotta drag over. Hold on, guys. I got a lot of stuff going on here. Okay, so this is in Telegram. I know I posted it. Oh yeah, I did. Hold on, let me see, guys. Let me see. I know I posted it in Locals. It was probably underneath a different section. Yeah, that's what it was. Oh, okay. So here it goes. However, if you are already in locals, you can see these. So this is where I use the trade manager, getting it ready to go. Here's it's live in GU. I hit that thing. I mean, I just hit sell. Seriously, once I saw the market was ready to go, I just hit sell. And guys, look, it did everything for me that I needed it to do. It made sure that, you know, my risk was calculated appropriately, and then of course my target was hit. It's so amazing. Here's the dollar CAD. This one I just hit buy, right? And it was so funny because I could have gotten this earlier, but I was again doing a lot of stuff, so I wasn't paying attention, and I could have just gotten earlier. But as soon as it hit yesterday's daily high low, I hit buy. I was like, let's do it. Okay. And so, and here's EC, another one that I had already had prepped you all on. That was a potential long day 1, day 2 trade. And we were expecting a parabolic buy, and it also came through in the New York session, which was beautiful. Again, I just hit buy and it lined everything up for me. It was so beautiful. All right. So now let me get to where it hit the stop loss so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. All right. So I posted that one. It's so funny. Here's GA. So I'm going to tell you guys something real quick. All right, here we go. Here's where it hit. Uh-oh. You know what? I think I have that somewhere else that you can see it a lot better, or a lot easier. There we go. Let's see. Well, is it really letting me see it a lot easier? Here we go. Let's see. There we go. So this was it. These were the 2 trades here, guys, that I just hit the button because I was really just trying to see it, how it was going to go, and I wasn't paying attention. And I entered in too soon, too late, whatever. So again, as you can see, the Swissy here, I messed this one up when I was trying to hit this thing, and I didn't wait. I went and I sold this thing trying to think it was going to go down a little bit more, not paying attention, and I was like, oh snap, right? So of course it hit my stop loss as per the manager, which was beautiful. It's what I needed it to do. And then with GA, I was needing to be more patient and just wait for it, because literally, guys, I was waiting for this thing because based on, look at GA, look how it exceeded this the daily range. At the time I took this, I was like, oh snap. I was taking a picture of this because it hit my stop loss, right? I was already, I was buying it, right? You can see I was already buying it, but my stop loss was, the way it calculated, it took me out because I wasn't being patient to wait for it to do what it needs to do and then get in. So we were talking about patience in the chat in Telegram today. I was like, we just got to be patient, because when one of the other guys was waiting for the GU drop, and you know, he was getting all, he was like, man, that whole, because it was a little janky. GU was janky when it was trying to set itself up, and I was like, man, when is this thing gonna clear up? I was thinking the same thing too. And I looked at the time. I'm like, you know what? It's not even 9 o'clock. Why am I even tripping on this? I need to wait and be patient. So I put in the chat, we just have to be patient. And here I am. I was like, I need to be patient, because I knew this is what I was looking for. And the system said, okay, this thing should play out nicely. And so, yeah, I mean, and it did. Both of these actually played out nicely. And I did go back in this trade. I went back into both of these trades. Okay. And I'll show you here in just a second where. It was so funny. Did I capture it? Here it is. So I was like, yo, I'm getting back in. And I went back in. As you can see, I got back into GA once it was ready, because I was waiting for that one. Right. There's sometimes you can just sit here and wait for stuff and, you know, it doesn't work out. I even talked about Nas yesterday, guys. I talked about Nas, about this thing. Again, it was at the high. It's either going to do one, two, or three things. It's either going to break out or it's not, or it's going to break out or break down, or it's just going to go flat and do nothing. And let's see, day one. This is you can't even see it, but this is day 3. Basically, Friday was day 3, so it was a reversal. So we had day 1 here, 2, and then 3. So, and it's just crazy. I was talking about this stuff and I'm just like, guys, I hope you guys are listening. I hope you guys are watching. I hope you guys are getting value from this, because this is money. I'm not over here talking about no BS, somebody's divorce, who cares about that? I mean, okay, maybe, I don't know. I'm talking about how you going to pay your bills. I'm not talking about gossip. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a gossip channel. I'm here to show you how you're going to make some money, pay your bills, and take care of your family, right? Not being in other people's business. I don't care. Everybody needs to be in your own business, taking care of your own stuff, learning how to make money and be sufficient. That's it. We grow gardens. I have gardens in the backyard. We do everything that we can to make sure that, we're taking care of ourselves, right? So nonetheless, guys, this tool is absolutely amazing. I don't want to keep you all here too much longer, but I encourage you to join the locals. This thing is coming pretty soon. As you guys can see, I'm kind of like walking you through these things that we're adding to this. And then once it drops, guys, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be fantastic. So join the locals. It's free to join the locals. And then once it's dropped, it's going to be available to that group first. There's going to be a special for the group. It's going to be affordable. I'm not here trying to do anything crazy. I need it to be affordable for everybody so that you can make money. Because at the end of the day, that's what we need to eat. We need to have a shelter. We need security, right? We need all those things. It's very important. Okay. And I do my best here to show you how to use these tools, to show you how to read price action and how easy it is. Guys, this is so freaking easy to trade. Okay? So easy. I think a lot of courses are just so freaking complicated. Guys, you see, when I first started my journey, all my videos, I used to have a ton of indicators on here. I had TDI, EMAs. I had a whole bunch of crap that I don't even use anymore. I've literally, everything that I have on here is based off of freaking price action. Literally. Yesterday's high low, which you can see in blue. You can see the day open price in white. You can see the peak high indicator, the brilliant reversals. Okay. Very important things that you need to know. And I don't have the sessions on this particular one yet. I'm trying to find one because the work time indicator wouldn't work on this one. So I don't care if I don't have the sessions. I can put 9 o'clock. I know when 9 o'clock is and when 9:30 is. I know what it is. I can just drop this vertical line here, draw my horizontal lines for the high and low, and then I'm just trying to keep it as simple as possible. I do like this market alerts order block indicator thing. I do like this one. And this is the other one because it's just really based off price action. It draws the boxes where I need them to be. You know what I mean? It helps me to really confirm, my trades. Okay. You come here and you see this here. Come on now. It's so easy. It is so easy. So look at GJ. We're expecting it to go long. Prices came to the low. We mark it. Goes to the high. We mark it. We wait for another extreme. Okay. Right here, we mark it. After this extreme, now we're looking for break in structure, then engulfment, and then that's it. Okay. We wait for that, right? And then boom, there it was. And then this indicator also kind of gives me another confirmation. For whatever the reason, this GJ didn't really play out nicely. You got about 30 pips to the daily high low. And that's really where your first target should be if that's the first thing that you see. Okay. Because after that, you don't know if it's going to continue to do what it needs to do. That's why I love to use these as my targets. And sometimes, based on how price is moving, you can see, like even with UCAD, I went in after it broke the previous day high because it was pushing. And I've seen it markets when they start to push like that. I'm like, yeah, this is it. We're going in. Okay. So yeah, so that's about it, guys. I don't have much to say here, but I look forward to seeing you in the locals, and I will continue to be dropping these videos. And then once this whole thing drops, guys, it's going to be absolutely amazing. And we will have videos ready for you on how to use everything. So don't worry. Okay. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now.